and tell us what our duty is. Free yourself. You no longer have the right to remain enslaved. So he did his job. Then Louverture came, opened the way. Everybody that Toussaint Louverture had named general were the rulers for the country for the next 50 years. With the exception of two, Pétion and White. Everybody else was empowered by Toussaint. If you don't analyze your history in your own world vision, how can you understand who you are? How can you know who you are? You cannot. In the voodoo structure, the Minister of Agriculture is the Minister of Finance, Zaka. Whoever runs the agriculture is everything comes from the land. You can't have a Minister of Finance that's out there. No, he's got to have a base. Finances are created from the products of the land. So the Minister of Agriculture is the Minister of Finance. And all the songs are lessons, instructions. Yeah, Ogu is the warrior. Ogu is the man who comes when you're clear on your objective. And he will do, you say, okay, you want this? Ogu will make no quartier. If he has to go through the stone, under the stone, over the stone, around the stone, he's going to get you what you say you want. Once the objective is clear, Ogu is on the scene. And in the Ogu family, you have Alumanja, the female warrior. She plays no game with nobody. And she's not young. It's an old woman. She's Gran Alumanja, grandma. But the most powerful of all. So everything, the structure of the society is established in our belief system. So when you walk away from that, you've walked away from yourself. In voodoo, you must assume your responsibilities. Yes, the spirit will always guide you. They will help you. They will empower you. But action is yours. Ogu is not going to come to a coward man and make him brave. No. Ogu will teach you how to get rid of cowardness. But he will not make you brave. It's not like the belief system that says, well, don't worry, when Jesus comes, everything will be so. We just sit down here and wait for Jesus. No. In our system, you are responsible. And you're responsible for everything. The water, the fire, the air, the land, everything. You're responsible to take care of everything that is part of your system. If we choose to, they have given us everything to build a fabulous country. If we decide that we must put pictures of white folks all over, and you're talking about Ogu and you got some white man picture, you're talking about Ezili and you got some white woman's picture, but that's your problem. But you were given everything to treat in harmony with every other force of nature. The same way they can order you, you can order them too. Voodoo gives you this power. But you must follow the rules. You must have obeyed all your reglement. You cannot be a leader and do whatever you feel like. But you have to do what is in the interest of the collective. That's how leaders. And in do. That's what happens. Silegba, the most powerful. He's old, almost crippled, can hardly walk. But if you run behind him, you'll never catch him. He looks like nothing, but all the power is in his head. He opens the door for you to go. He does not enter. So that teaches what? Humility. We must walk softly on the land. We can't be full of ourselves. This little matter here is nothing. Just a little borrowed breath. At any moment, the owner of the breath could call it back. And there's no more Bayyinah. If we don't learn this lesson today, when are we going to learn it? Voodoo teaches you that continuously. Why they ask us to walk bare feet? Why do we trace the verves with sand or cornmeal flour, or when you burn wood, you have ashes? Such a powerful thing with such nothing matter. And at the end of the dance, you took all this time to trace these beautiful verves, and at the end of the dance, there's nothing there. It is to teach you matter does not matter. What matters is spirit. Do you clean up your spirit? Do you develop your spirit? Do you develop your nature, your own true self? Do you work on that on a daily basis? Not how many cars you have, not how big your house. Does not matter. But do you work on who you are? That's important. And that's what Voodoo teaches us. Be close to the spirit so you can hear when it calls. So when it tells you, don't take this road, you know quickly. Not. You obey instantly. That's the power. And it's there for everybody.
I have a couple of questions. Being that many of the Africans who were either kidnapped and enslaved or arrived and were freed by Dessalines from all over Africa, Congo, parts of Congo, Fon, Dahomey, etc., etc. How is it that, for instance, all of these spiritual systems which come from Africa came to be called voodoo, which is, from what I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, from the Fon people?
Well, there has to be a word used for something. And so, actually, my understanding is that we made a mix of different things, even though the structure, the skeleton of it is Ifa, but there is a mix. For example, when we have a word like Dambala, okay? A lot of people give different explanations for it, but my understanding is pretty simple. Dan Allah. The most popular name for a powerful force at that time was Dan. Dan was the big force. And the least popular, the fewest people, were the Muslims, were the smallest group here. So they did a combination to bring everybody in. Dan and Allah. Dan Allah.